Jack, welcome to Stoke City. How do you look upon this chapter of your career?
It's a step that I've been wanting to take over the last few years playing in League One. Now the opportunities arise, I'm delighted to be here and I'm ready to push on.
When did you first become aware of Stoke's interest?
It's quite early on in the summer, a few weeks after we broke the season, and then it's just been ongoing conversation since then, and I'm delighted to get over the line now.
Did you have to think too hard about it, or once you knew of the interest, was that it? Was it tunnel vision on joining Stoke City?
Pretty much. There was a few other clubs interested, but my main focus was Stoke, and I wanted to be here, and it was just getting a few little details sorted, and like I said, I'm delighted that's all been done and sorted now.
Have you had a chance to speak to Michael ONeill about what he's expecting from you and his vision for the future of the club?
Yeah, he rang me briefly last week just to welcome me to the club and said he's delighted to have me here and his expectations for me and what he expects from the club going forward, and I'm just excited to be here.
A lot of competition for places in the goalkeeping department. What are your sort of ambitions? Because you will have wanted to come here to play, won't you?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously I know my role initially coming in, but that's not for me just to come in and accept that. I want to push, I want to bring competition to the goalkeeping department, and I feel like I can do that.
Do you know much about Adam Davis and Joe Bursick and also Blondie, who are the other goalkeepers already at the club?
Yeah, I'm aware of them all. Two of them are actually with the same agency, so I'm quite close, knowing that I'm watching their careers and seeing Joe progress over the last year in League One and then coming back to Stoke and then back out on these 2 loans. So I'm aware of what's here, and I'm looking forward to the competition in training and pushing each other.
You're 27 as well, you're good age, you've not yet hit your peak, I would imagine, as a goalkeeper. Do you feel that way?
I hope not. No, I feel like I've got more to come. I kind of almost done my career in reverse. I sat on the bench for 3 years at Brentford and then went out on loan, so it's kind of been like a reverse role where I've done this second choice side of things, and now I've gone and got my games and I'm ready to push on again. So I feel like there's still loads more to come.
I was going to say that because your career, when you look at it, seems like it's been a bit of a slow burn, but it's really come to fruition in the last couple of years.
Yeah, it was not the best start, I admit that. I had troubled times at the start and I managed to get through that, and the period of sitting on the bench, which was frustrating and not getting a chance, but then going out and playing those games is exactly what I needed, and the manager spoke to me about that. Now I've had that experience of playing games, I'm ready to come back to this level and push and compete.
And those difficult times will shape you not only as a person but as a goalkeeper, as a performer out there.
Oh, 100%. As horrible as it was, and probably better off now having made those mistakes and built up a mental resilience against it to then move on and be able to deal with that side of the game.
You didn't play in the cup game here last season when Gillingham came because you suffered a back spasm shortly before. That must have been really disappointing for you.
Yeah, I was devastated. It was probably our biggest game of the season that year, so I was really looking forward to that, and unfortunately tweaked my back in training the day or 2 days before, and I just couldn't get myself right for it. Any
experience at the Bet365 Stadium though?
No, none. I've never been, so no. I'm looking forward to getting down there.
Have you heard anything about the fans and the atmosphere?
I've been told, yeah, and obviously everyone's hoping that fans can get in this season, and hopefully we'll get a full crowd at some point.
So your contract here starts on July the 1st, when your Gillingham contract expires on June the 30th. I bet you just can't wait to get out there and meet your new teammates, can you?
Yeah, like you said, especially seeing the place and being shown around today, it's next level stuff. It's a really top club, and I'm excited to be here.